If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the show. Appreciate y'all, man. What's going on? I hope everybody's having a good week. You know, we start out every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward, hoping that you pass it along as well. We are here to talk about some topics today. First and foremost, shout out to the GMS fam. I see you, JR Miller. Areas, Baby G in the building, King Lukey, Glittery Bubbles, Justin Furlow. GMS fam, man, if you are in the building, tap into the live chat. Let me know you in here. Let's get it started. We got some things to discuss, man. Now, all the controversy, all the talk, all the chitter chatter and blasphemous labels that they putting on people since the Kanye, since the Kyrie, and now the Dave Chappelle monologue on SNL, it's pretty clear to see what's happening. Because you can do something light extreme like Kanye, somebody who's clearly who people have under the impression that he's mentally ill, and people will still try to go at that label. And then you'll have somebody all the way to Dave Chappelle who can articulate something so well and speak from such a thoughtful place, not just speaking out of anger or out of spite or because his back's against the wall. He's somebody who does not have a dog in the fight of Kyrie or Kanye, what they're going through. But as a black man, he understands the ins and outs of this shit. And also being a black man in Hollywood. Seems like people forget that Dave was one of the only people ever to say, fuck $50 million, I'm leaving. If there's somebody that has a good idea how shady the industry is or how people try to make you do certain things or try to control certain shit, it's probably the guy who did something that nobody else would do. Now, I knew when this happened that we were going to get a very loud response by Corey Holcomb, giving him, echoing the same sentiment. So without further ado, let's listen to what he had to say about it, and then we'll discuss a little bit more after that. Let's go.
To this shit, man. My nigga Dave Chappelle
killed it.
Went on Saturday Night Live and they wasn't ready.
Man.
One of the coldest. That shouldn't just be a monologue. That was a State of the Union address.
Man. Oh.
I mean, Dave, look, bro. God damn, you fucked him up. And it's like, what is this mob that's against him called? The Defamation League or something like that?
It's one of them.
Anti-Defamation League. What about
ADL,
those guys?
Anti-Defamation League. You guys are losing your power.
How many black people are in the Anti-Defamation League? I gotta know, cause I don't know, and I'm being dead honest. If anybody can go and look up who runs the Anti-Defamation League, who's a part of it, I want to know how many black people are involved. That'll be a good place to start.
As every day goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all motherfuckers try to save my man out of pocket for that monologue. When the monologue was not only genius funny, it was necessary.
Absolutely.
He could give something like that almost weekly or monthly on, you know what I'm saying, topics and subjects.
I mean, yo, Dave, see, I know a little bit about Dave Chappelle's story. I know one of his managers / agents. I know how they fucked him over. And I watch Dave Chappelle sometimes talk about some of the things that happened to him. Mm-hmm. But it was like a perfect storm, a perfect moment, how they let him host Saturday Night Live. And of course, the wicked people in charge, some people call them the untouchables. I call them the bullshit-a-lots. Bullshit-a-lots. They have tried to put their fingers in the back of this man, and he still wind up hosting this show that they really filled out people who can change your train of thought. That's what I call people like that. I think I'm the type of person, like, when people watch me, they can be like, you know what, I didn't even know you could do that or say that. I'm going to start thinking that way. That's what I think I am. And what he did on Saturday Night Live, I'm sure it made a lot of people be like, wow, yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Right, the way he
Yeah, he opening it up. Man, he is opening eyes and ears.
Profound statements, Brother Chappelle. And these people, these Defamation League motherfuckers, like, you motherfuckers have always been racist in disguise. You got on raincoats with white robes up under there. You've always been people who don't want the truth to be spoken. If you speak the truth, goddammit, they take your voice away. I got that from Chuck D. If you speak the truth, they take your voice away. So I salute my brother Dave Chappelle for going on Saturday Night Live and preaching. Because that's what he did to me. Somebody sent me the shit. I was like, what the fuck is somebody sent me this? What the fuck? Let me see what the fuck this is. I ain't know what the fuck it was. I'm like, you nigga did my joke?
He's stupid.
I mean, jumping to conclusions sometimes. But I watched it and it was like, it made my day.
And
it made my day.
Sketch.
Now, with that said, I want to piggyback off of that sentiment because I think it really was important what Dave had to do on SNL that day, and I think he had a duty to be himself. It wasn't even about what he should do for black people or what other people expected of him. I think Dave went there with the mentality that I'm just gonna speak from my heart. I'm gonna be open about how I feel, but I'm also not gonna contribute to any what they think is hate or go along with anything else that anybody wants me to. I'm gonna just say how I feel. That's how I took Dave's monologue. That's how I took what he said. And I know there's a lot of people out there that, and this is the thing about selective outrage. See, when you have selective outrage, you only select the things that you don't agree with or that you have a problem with and ignoring everything else that was said. In other words, taking context away from what the person is actually saying. See, people immediately after that monologue went straight to talking about Dave saying, or he's just echoing the sentiments of Kanye West talking about how Jews control everything. How's he basically doing anything? Why? When you listen to Dave, you have to take what he says for what he says. There's no, he's not trying to hide nothing for you. He's not trying to be cryptic. He's saying exactly what he's saying, and you have to take it as such. I mean, ignore the beginning of it when he said that he doesn't stand for any hater. He's not anti-Semitic. Forget that. Forget the part where he said that, because that doesn't fall in line with what we're trying to do. And I have to commend Dave for doing that, because we shouldn't be beating each other down in times like this, in moments like this. And although you can't cancel Dave Chappelle, it's quite impossible, I still feel like people are trying to drive that man to insanity. And yes, you are absolutely right. Black Man America said Dave could have went way harder. Oh, yes. We already know Dave could have obliterated on that monologue. He kept it cool and still killed it with 15 minutes. Better than any writer on that staff on SNL could ever do for anybody in 5. You got to give that man his props. Now, with that said, we got to also talk about, because it's not gonna be a long show today. I forgot to mention the fact that me and the family are under the weather. I don't know if you could tell in my voice or anything like that, but I'm falling sick. So I still came through to do the show because I know that this is something that, first of all, I love doing this shit. Second of all, the show must go on, especially if I'm still coherent and I'm still able to do the shit. So all I can say is send your healing energy this way so I can feel a little better. Now, it didn't stop there with Dave. There was a part in the show where Corey discovered via Marcus that Luenell has an OnlyFans account. That's right. An OnlyFans account. Now, for one, which one of y'all motherfuckers is going to pay for Luenell's OnlyFans? Who want to see that? Who want to see it? Who want to see the monkey? Anybody want to see the monkey? Who out there want to see the monkey? That's what I've been saying all day. Ever since I heard this shit, ever since I heard the impression, all I've been saying is all I hear is my head. You know, like you get a certain phrase or a certain word stuck in your head and you just hear it continuously all day. That's what's been playing in my head all day. Just me thinking to myself, the monkey. Now, Corey has said some things about Luenell in the past, but this right here, oh man, this takes the cake. Listen to this.
What?
I don't know if you have seen this.
What?
I can't believe you ain't talking about this.
What happened?
Luenell that started the OnlyFans.
I was going to. Yeah, that was on there too.
When the money get low and the hungriness shows.
She's having fun with it.
Out the house.
She's having fun with it.
What you laughing at, Marcus? You don't want to see Luenell pussy?
Well,
I know you gotta look at his pussy. You right.
Go on, Luenell.
Damn.
I love you, Luenell.
Come fuck me again.
Luenell, I love you, baby.
He hating,
but-
Luenell.
Oh, shit, coochie.
He's hating.
Oh, that's a cootie cat. That ain't no cootie cat.
I bet if you get in this pussy, you won't stay there.
That's
Nigga
Pantera,
said-
right? Oh, shit, coochie.
He's hating.
Oh, that's a cootie cat. That ain't
That's a cootie cat.
I bet if you get in this pussy, you won't stay there.
That's Pantera right there. That's a cootie cat.
I say go for it if it's true.
That's a freaking nigga. out here.
Ladies, what's the difference between a coochie and a cootie cat? Please let me know down below in the comment section. I would like to know.
What you trying to say?
If you want to go on the road, Marcus, you better come eat this pussy.
Oh, Lord.
Go in the house. You gotta go on the road.
If she offered it to you, you wouldn't do it?
Luenell take you on the road, you won't
Yeah,
sacrifice?
if she offered it to you, like.
I'm
after-
saying, like, look, Marcus, let's stop the bullshit. If Luenell offered you to go
Cover
on
your
the
ears,
road,
Mom. Cover your ears, Janae. Just cover your ears.
The fuck?
Cover your ears.
Oh Lord. Look at my man's face. First of all, look at my man's face. Look at my man's face. He's determined. That's not a face of disgust. That's a face of I have been here before and I have conquered. Look at my man's sitting there between Luenell's legs. He know what he doing around there.
Yeah. Oh,
You ain't gonna go get your money, nigga?
I love
I
it.
ain't
Go
gonna
on,
hold-
New.
I ain't gonna hold. I done did more for less,
What?
so I play with the breasts.
I love it. That's
Look, she
everything.
talk like this already. So what if you fucking her and her legs up? She gonna be
Oh my God.
It's got to be a limit. It got to be a limit. It got to be one session per.
Nah, fuck that. You out here with me.
Oh, she's
You got to
really
fuck
doing
me.
it.
I think that's her
this
husband, yeah.
tampon out. I'm about to show
Oh,
his
my
pussy
Lord.
to
I
everybody
don't
because
think
y'all
she's marrying
niggas don't know.
I think
It's lonely at night.
So what y'all? Okay, all right. Shout out to Luenell. I'm sorry. I don't want to seem like I'm down in Luenell or that I'm bashing Luenell or that I think that it's a bad idea for Luenell to have an OnlyFans. I just think that it was very unexpected, and you might want to warn some people before you spring over to OnlyFans. That's all I have to. That's all I'm saying. You might want to warn somebody before you put out an OnlyFans, especially like being self-aware. It's not that you can't feel like you don't look good. It's not like you can't feel that way. You're supposed to feel like you look good. You're supposed to be confident and love yourself. I'm all for that. But we are in reality, and we know that people see things a certain way because of how they've been programmed. So just a little bit of a warning, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of a warning. But shout out to Luenell. Shout out to Luenell. All power to you. I hope that you bust it wide open on that OnlyFans and you make every dollar you deserve. All of that. We not here to discourage or to try to down or to try to stop Luenell from getting her bag. You know some niggas out there will hit that shit. Shout out to Luenell. The one thing that happened today that I don't know if y'all saw yet, but if y'all haven't, y'all should go see it after this show is done. Jeff Brown went live with Jaspo the Reaper to hash out their differences due to the fact that Jaspo has said some things about Jeff Brown that has been unfavorable. If you've seen some of Jaspo the Reaper's videos, you know that he has had some unfavorable things to say about the comedian. So what Jeff does and what he's been known to do is that when somebody has a problem on this platform and they catch a little traction and people are there to listen to what they have to say, he's going to pull up and he's going to try to figure it out. Very respectable, though, because as a black man, that is something we should practice with each other in the first place, especially when there's, I don't know how to put it, like not necessarily a problem, because if y'all don't know each other, there's no real problem. That's just you talking shit over here and somebody talking over here. But how I like how that was laid out is the fact that they were able to talk about what they could talk about, given the fact that, you know, it was on Jeff's show and he kept pressing the mute on him. But at the same time, it is something that I like to see because it shows more progress than it does anything else. Now, in there, you know, there was the discussion around what happened, because if you know, over the past couple weeks, Corey has said some things about Jeff in an unfavorable way, and making it seem like Jeff was scared or timid to be around him, or wasn't keeping any type of energy with him. That I mean, I didn't even know Jeff had any type of energy for Corey in the first place. But Corey made it known that he saw Jeff out and he quote unquote checked his temperature, and then on the next episode decided he wanted to say, yeah, next time you see me, say something or do something about it, or whatever the case may be. Basically inviting him into his section to see what he's about. Now, although I would like to know what that is, or I would like to know what Jeff or how Jeff feels about that, I do know that Jeff isn't the type of person to feed the bullshit the way that people want him to feed the bullshit. He kind of analyzes things in a different way. I don't think he acts out of emotion like a lot of people do. So with that situation, and it all stems from the fact that, and let's keep it real, it all stems from the fact that Corey was wrong about the Zoe situation, how he treated the Zoe situation, how he treated Zoe, the whole fight between him and Zoe. Corey was wrong about that. The problem that came between him and Jeff is the fact that Jeff was the one pressing him about a lot of the hard issues when it came to what happened and how it happened, and, you know, basically diagnosing Corey in a situation where it's just supposed to be Corey and Zoe chopping it up and hashing their shit out and getting it out. I think Corey would have received, or he would have received that message a lot better and actually took that message in if it was said by Zoe. Now, one thing that I discovered today, which is what Jeff put out here, Jeff said that, because, you know, that is a big question. You know, even though I feel like Jeff said some accurate things during that pod or during that show, I also felt, and this is what we had a conversation about as well, I also felt that he didn't have to be there because of the simple fact that it was solely between Corey and Zoe. But one thing that a lot of people don't know, and what Jeff spoke about today, was Zoe called him the day that it was supposed to happen and let him know, or asked him if he could be there with him while he, you know, worked on things with Corey. Now, the reasoning behind Zoe asking Jeff to do that, I don't know. But I think it was probably just to have a solid person in his corner to try to help back him if things went a certain way, or I don't know. But I still stand behind the fact that I feel like it should have just been Zoe and Corey, but that does not negate the facts behind what's happening. Regardless of if Jeff was supposed to be there or not, Corey was wrong for what he did, and he didn't like to be told that by somebody else, I believe, other than Zoe. And that sprung a whole, you know, everybody speaking about stuff and people doing this, and I believe, you know, Jaspo said some things, you know, about Jeff, and a lot of things that have slid, and there's been, like, you know, little side comments here or there, like slick comments here and there from Zoe. I'm assuming, talking about Jaspo and the things Jaspo said. So it's like, we got to get to a point where, and one thing that fucked me up was the idea behind getting the facts before you speak on things. I mean, let's be real. We're not in a generation, we're not in a society where people wait for the facts. That's not what happens. A lot of people don't wait for the facts. A lot of people want to be the first to say something, the first to post something, the first to have their opinion out there, because they know that that if it catches traction, that they'll feel good about it, or it validates their opinion, or makes whatever their opinion is fact. We don't live in a society where people wait for the facts first. So I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't hold nobody to the same standard as me. You know, let people feel or think what they want to think, and let it be that. The internet is too big. There's way too many opinions. There's way too many people that think that they're valid for me to sit up there playing bullshit games with you. But I'm glad that they were able to talk about it. I don't know if they actually hashed everything out, because Jasper had to go back to work. But I believe that it was something that was more progressive than it was damaging. So if you guys didn't see that, or if it didn't cross your timeline, go ahead and check out Jeff Brown's podcast today, or the show he did today with Jaspo. Let me know what you think about it. Now, guess what? The biggest entertainer of all time has announced his 2024 presidential run. This nigga Trump said, fuck it, I'm doing it again. And I wholeheartedly believe that he is going to win again. Not because I support the guy, not because I believe in him, but because that is where we are as a society. Joe Biden is just simply too boring and too old and too forgettable. We need a motherfucker in there stirring the pot and making people mad and hate. That's what that's what people need. That's what people fiending for today. I got to keep it all the way real with everything going on. That's exactly why this man is running again. Because this is where we're at as a society. You know, one of the things he said was if he becomes president, he will immediately demand voter ID, same-day voting, and only paper ballots, and will require votes to be counted by the end of election day. You know what else? You know what else he said? He said that he is calling for the death penalty. He's going to make sure that the death penalty is a must for people who sell drugs. If you sell drugs, motherfucker, you are going to get the death penalty. Now, what's crazy to me about that statement is that that's a very broad statement. And the first thing I think about, knowing me, is weed and how legal weed is in this country. Yet putting somebody in office who is willing to reverse all that shit and say, if I catch you selling anything, you are eligible for the death penalty. But see, that's the thing. Good thing weed is legal, but it's legal if you go to a dispensary. There's still a lot of niggas out here who are the dispensary themselves and don't have a business, a legitimate weed business. They do this shit on the side. We all know this. It's just common sense. There's hustlers out here. And if I get caught selling the same plant that you motherfuckers sell legally in this country, and then you kill me for it, Jesus. But it's Trump. What else can we expect? What else can we expect from the most divisive, most controversial, but yet so entertaining individual who was president for 4 years? You know what's crazy, man? I don't even care. I'm definitely not one of these people out here like, no, this can't happen. We're going to go backwards. Oh my God, no, stop Trump. You want to know why? Because I realize it doesn't matter who is in that office. We will never be in control. We will not have a say-so over what happens with our lives instead of what is immediately happening in our reality in front of us. And don't think the Trump train has died, because it hasn't. They have kept this man's name, his flag, and his banners alive. So I don't put it past this country to vote for it. And a matter of fact, let me just say this. What's going to be even worse is that he's going to have way more black voters than he did in the beginning. It might be us that puts that man back in office. That's the crazy part. Yeah, there's enough poor whites around America to make it happen. Oh, but we gonna push the envelope. Ain't gonna be no close anything. I feel bad for whoever's gonna run against this man. I do. Because nobody is going to even pay attention to what's best. Really pay attention to that. Who has really thought about what was best for our country when they went to vote? Think about the majority of people's votes when they go to a ballot. It's to make sure that their party wins, not to get the person in that deserves it or who will actually make some real changes for everybody. See, this is how good this country is pitting. They pit people against each other. Divide and conquer is the most successful fucking practice in this country. Because at the end of the day, When people go to vote, they're not thinking about what changes can be made in the betterment of their of their city or their country as a whole. Nobody cares. They're going there because of these horrible liberal Democrats and these crazy racist Republicans. That's why they're going to that's why they're filling up the lines every day, because they want to see who wins out of fucking competition. Nobody take this fucking country seriously, man. Not even the people that help run it. And where is Kamala Harris? Where's Kamala? Where the fuck is Kamala? We have been looking for Kamala since 2020. What happened? Where is this motherfucker? And why hasn't she shown her face? Help me. Speaking of help, you know who needs help? Our youngins need help. Our youngins need a lot of help. Because this is the thing. We get so distracted every single day by a lot of the trending topics and a lot of things that's going on in the world, and we don't stop to think about the effect that it's having on the next generation coming up. These are the kids that will dictate the future of this world, of this society. And as long as we continue to neglect their progress, their development, their brain growth, we are just going to continue to see a slope, a downward slope in our youth. We can't allow these little motherfuckers to get fake outrage or to get selective outrage or to be a part of cancel culture, some shit that is inevitably going to affect them later on in life. See, that's what people don't understand. This is the reason why cancel culture is the dumbest shit in the world, because everybody doesn't understand the levels of cancel culture. You don't have to just be a Harvey Weinstein or a Kanye or somebody of that. You can literally just say some shit that somebody doesn't like, and people will try to cancel you for it. And people don't understand that the same thing can happen to them, because the complex of people that come onto the internet is that they can't do no wrong or that they're perfect, which is why they go on the internet to talk crazy about people or to try to judge people who are dealing with shit. See, when I come here to this platform to talk about shit, I don't want to judge anybody, especially if you don't deserve it. There's people who deserve judgment. There's people out there that deserve to be called out for bullshit. But for the most part, if you're out here trying to demonize somebody or try to act holier than thou, or that you can't do no wrong, like you don't make mistakes, you already lost at the game of life. It's going to hit you harder when you do make a mistake, and ain't nobody giving you the grace or enough respect to allow you to make a mistake and grow from it and learn from it. I don't know what that meeting would have been like if Kyrie would have sat down with the ADL and Jewish leaders. I don't know what that meeting would have been like. If I was Kyrie, I wouldn't have I would have tried my best to hear them out, to hear what they had to say. But it would have been very hard for me to respond in certain ways like you guys saw him do during press conferences, because I know that I'm not anti-Semitic. I know I don't hate Jewish people. I know that what I did was not even surrounded in hate at all, even when it came to my responses about it. It would be very hard for me to be like, why am I sitting here? And who are these people sitting in front of me that feel like they're so important that I have to sit down with them to hear them out? Did the Jewish community appoint these people as the leaders? Are they the official leaders and commentators and correspondents of the Jewish community? I don't know. I'm not finna meet with nobody who makes mistakes just like I do so that they can condemn me or make me feel like I ain't shit. Nah, we ain't shit. And stop making it seem like anybody in this world is perfect. Now, I had to speak on this because I'm somebody who loves hip hop. I'm somebody who loves music. Getting back to releasing music, but that's something I'm gonna talk about before we get out of here. But recently, and here's something that I hate. I hate when people bring up relevance of our legends, people that have paved the way or created a legacy in this game. And one thing that we do is we don't respect our legends enough. We don't give them their flowers enough or even treat them as legends in this game. We're quick to dismiss them. We're quick to call them washed. We're quick to call them irrelevant without even caring or thinking about the longevity or anything that they've accomplished through the years. And a lot of this talk comes from people that haven't spent a fraction in the game as these people that they're speaking of. And a lot of these people forget that there is a come down from this. You cannot stay at the top forever. There's nobody out here who I know who has stayed at the top forever. And they quickly forget that when they're at the top at the moment. So 21 Savage went on Clubhouse. Oh my God, Clubhouse, the greatest place of all time where people come just to talk shit. This is what he had to say about Nas. Listen to this.
What y'all saying relevant though? I don't feel like he's relevant. He's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base.
Thank you.
He just has a loyal fan base that and he still make good ass music. But
They don't
like
have a core fan base, bro?
Now, if you didn't catch what he said, because he has a London Atlanta accent. He said that Nas is, why do y'all call it relevant? Why Nas? He's not relevant. He makes good music and he has a loyal fan base, but he's not relevant. Oh, it seems to me that making good music and having a loyal fan base makes you just exactly that, relevant. I don't know what criteria that these niggas be going off of when it comes to relevance out here, but I seem to recall Nas dropping an album, I believe, every year for the past, I don't know how many years. And even when he takes breaks and comes back to doing the shit, he hasn't missed a beat. He hasn't missed a step. He still can rap his ass off just like he's been doing since day one. And it ain't just coming from somebody that's just all hippity hop music, man. I love hip hop. These young niggas. No, man, we have to start showing more respect to our legends, man. We have to start showing more respect. This is y'all don't understand the trickle down effect. The trickle down effect is very important, especially in our community when it's something that's positive. You see anything else when it comes to negative stereotypes or anything like that, it's an automatic trickle down effect. What niggas say in the music or what they do in the entertainment is going to trickle down to the youth and to everybody else. They just going to fall in line eventually. Don't matter how long it takes, they're going to fall in line. If we started the trend of respecting our legends and showing them the love that they deserve, we wouldn't have to worry about these motherfuckers out here being fucked up in the streets broke and not being able to take care of their family after accomplishing and doing so much for a culture that doesn't respect them. A lot of niggas grew up having to say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Does that shit still happen in this society, in this day and age, with this generation? Is that still happening? Do people respect their elders in that way? It's got to start at home. Now, not all young motherfuckers was agreeing with this. See, Kodak Black has something to say about what 21 had to say about Nas, and this is what I'm talking about. These are two big artists, very big artists, prominent artists in the game right now who can pop up anywhere and sell out a venue. Both young individuals, very talented. This is what we need to start doing. Because usually in this situation, you'll have a young motherfucker say something about an OG, and then it'd be a bunch of OGs clapping back, and then the young niggas be like, oh, look at all these mad old niggas. When in reality, they just want the same respect you would expect them to give you when you come across their way. And a lot of you young motherfuckers be so fake with it when you run into the OGs and some of these pioneers out here and try to act like you love them and you respect them. But it's really fake shit. You think that you have to do that. That's what you think you do. You have to do because you want to be in good graces with not just them, but society. Like, oh, yeah, look at them paying homage to the OGs when y'all really don't give a damn. But shout out to Kodak. Look what Kodak had to say.
Oh, Nas irrelevant.
This nigga
How the
funny,
fuck
man.
Nas irrelevant, homie? How the fuck Nas ain't relevant, homie? Nigga smoking dick, homie. Call a motherfucking Drake. Fuck, homie, niggas, we no fucking did a fucking Drake. Nigga, what I'm saying? We salute Drake. We love Drake. Okay, whatever. Fam, folks smoking dick. Huh? What the fuck, homie? Drake. Man, Nas that nigga, homie. I know I can. Be what I be where I wanna be. You crazy, boy. The fuck Nas that boy, homie. You tripping. Nas that nigga, boy. You tripping, boy. The fuck? Nas invested in motherfucking Ring. You know what Ring is, homie? The door alarm, fucking doors, homie.
This nigga said the door alarm, fucking doors. Yo, Kodak is a funny nigga, man. I don't care what nobody say, whether you like his music or not. Kodak is hilarious. But he's right. We can't just think about Nas as a legend in the fact that he's made great music and that has stood the test of time to where they can play music from his first album ever today and it still gives you the same feeling. We can't just think about him as that, even though that's a great attribute. That's something that he should be held up in the top tier in our genre, but also his investments and the money that he's made outside of rap, things that niggas is still trying to do today. The rap money won't last forever, but if you invest it in the right places, maybe you can be rich forever. Maybe you can give your family generational wealth if you put your money in the right places. Instead of thinking Nas is irrelevant, he should be somebody you should be asking fucking questions to figure out how to keep your money long and keep it stretched the fuck out for as long as you on this planet and as long as your fucking children are here. That's what I would be doing as a young nigga. I'll be getting on the phone with Nas. I'll be getting on the phone with everybody who has made great business deals for themselves outside of music, because this music game is dangerous, it's unsure, and it'll be the fastest way to put you in debt. Don't let the bands on niggas' faces and arms and their cars and their jewelry fool you. Because after a while, niggas gonna be popping up with rosary beads talking about some, yeah, man, I just wanted to give all honor to God. You know, I changed my life around. All that other stuff was toxic. Knowing damn well it's because they just lost. That's it. You didn't have no change of heart. You thought this shit was gonna last forever. And when it bumped you in your fucking head, you didn't know what the fuck to do. We need to be learning from the people that have experience out here. The people that have created a blueprint to the things that you are able to do now comfortably, for the things that you're able to do now outside of rap. These guys made it possible for you to not just be a rapper, but a businessman and woman. Pay homage, show respect, give the flowers. Quit all that bullshit trying to talk down on motherfuckers because you feel like, oh, I'm the young nigga on top right now. I can say what I gotta say, and people gonna fuck with me, and people gonna ride with me regardless. Nah, man, a little respect takes you a long way. Shout out to their album though. Her Loss is a pretty good album. Not better than a lot of albums I heard this year. Speaking of that, the Grammys. Yeah, that's the last thing I want. The Grammys. People got to stop being so fucking disappointed by the Grammys and being so in shock. Like that's the one thing I'm starting to see that's the dumbest shit in the fucking world. Every year, people complain about the Grammys or the Emmys or the Oscars or whatever award show that has no idea or even has the capacity to even relate to the community. Y'all get mad about who they pick to win awards. Y'all want these awards, y'all want these accolades so bad, and y'all be on top too. Y'all be the ones that be doing everything and be out here lit, having sold out shows, making a lot of money, traveling, being able to take care of your family. But all that can be ruined when the Grammys don't pick your name. We have this hunger for validation. Outside validation. And it be from people who would choose a Jack Harlow album over an album that deserves to be put in that space, in that slot. And let's not forget how the music industry is, man. Money goes a long way. You can pay your way through anything in life. The music industry is not exempt. If you have the capital, we got the clout. That's how it goes. If you got the capital, we got the clout. Fuck the Grammys. What has happened for somebody extraordinarily great who has won a Grammy besides what they have already been doing in their career? What did the Grammy bring you? Drake didn't even submit music for the Grammys, and they still nominated him for 4 different fucking. They still nominated him for 4 things. It's crazy. You don't even have to. You can be somebody. That's what I mean. Your status and the wealth that you can contribute to a certain entity puts you in a certain place. Drake don't even have to submit music to the Grammys. The Grammys was like, well, he's the top artist. We're still going to put him there instead of thinking about somebody who may deserve this spot or somebody who may want to be here. Yeah, the Grammys went with a white reggae group over Spice and Sean Paul. These are the people that we leave the hands of music in and try to trust their opinion on who. That's the fucked up part. They don't know what they doing over there. Yet anytime somebody get a Grammy, they're, oh my God, this award that most people didn't even listen to my music to nominate me for. I'm so happy. I got a Grammy. Boo. Boo. Stop searching for that validation, man. Validate yourself and continue to keep winning. That's my message to y'all. Validate yourself and continue to keep winning however you out here winning. Black Man America said, breaking news, Kyrie supposed to play Sunday after Brooklyn got 153 points scored on them last night. Oh, seems like Brooklyn's missing a piece of the puzzle. Oh, man. Let's see. Let me search this up real quick. Let me read the headline. Let me read this for you first. KD. So Kevin Durant came out with a statement regarding Kyrie and the Brooklyn Nets. This is what he had to say. He said, a lot of people say I'm not a leader because I didn't tell Kyrie to get vaccinated or I didn't condemn Kyrie for leaving the team. I'm not about to tell a grown-ass man what he can and can't do with his own life and dissect his views or how he thinks about shit. And of course, people are like, Kyrie, he's got KD being anti-Semitic now. Even though this man just can't say simply, hey, man, I'm not finna tell this man what to do. Let's see. Kyrie is entering the final stages for reinstatement per ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. Okay. We'll see. We'll see, because one of his last games, you know, some white kids who were sitting courtside had on some or something like that, or against anti-Semitic, whatever their shirt said something about being against anti-Semitism, which is crazy. Cause I'm pretty sure these same little privileged white kids had Black Lives Matter somewhere in their bios or on their social media platforms, which is very ironic because I've seen that quite a few, blatantly actually. There was a lady who tweeted, is a verified account, she's a journalist. She said, I watched Dave Chappelle's monologue and I have to be honest, it scared the shit out of me. Oh, it scared you? And then, of course, in her bio is hashtag Black Lives Matter. Oh, yeah, Black Lives Matter unless black people speak up for themselves and not the talking points you want them to talk about. Bitch, get out of here. Nobody want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Get out of here, man. Talking about that was the scariest thing. What? It scared you? If you don't get your scary ass up out of here, oh, you gonna hate the real world. If what Dave Chappelle scared you, you are going to hate the real world. Because I don't know what box or what fairy tale or what perfect movie you live in, but the world is much more scarier than a Dave Chappelle monologue. Y'all please understand that this is specific. People are doing this shit specifically for a certain reason. And I'm not finna back down for anything. I have people hitting me up. Even some of my old Jewish friends that I'm cool with, but I don't want to hear from y'all right now. There's nothing that we need to talk about. There's nothing that we need to talk about unless you are talking to me about how you understand where I'm coming from. I don't want to have no conversation where you're just trying to talk at me or tell me what it is or what you think it is when I know what's happening. See, that's the problem. See, that's the thing. The same people talking about hateful, harmful, and dangerous rhetoric to a certain community are not even seeing the brainwash, the type of shit that people have been doing to black people for years. Put this narrative out in front of them. We've already got them tapped in. We can already get them to go against their own people. Keep throwing out this narrative. Keep throwing out these hashtags. Keep putting these individuals with verified accounts out there with these opinions about Dave so that we can push the narrative and push our shit when it comes to how we feel about Dave. I'm sorry, I'm not with it. And if you take me as somebody who's anti-Semitic, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. You're going to have to prove it. You're going to have to come with facts, though. You can't just put a label on somebody, so you can label me whatever the fuck you want to. The facts are the facts. What's real is real. You cannot be a black man speaking on anything that has to do with anything besides your own. Because if Dave is up there talking about niggas being thugs, motherfuckers ain't gonna take no offense to that. I already see the Jewish comedian Ari Shaffir put out a video. I didn't watch it yet, so I'm not gonna try to condemn him or try to act like I know what was in the video. I just seen the caption. It was along the lines of how he felt about Kanye West. Now, Ari Shaffir is the same guy who just released a comedy special called Jew, where he explained that Jewish people are racist, and not in the way where they care about your skin color, but in the way that they care about the money and the power and shit like that. That's what he said. I'm not saying this. I can't confirm it, but I'll take the opinion of somebody that's a part of the community. Has that been blasted around social media? No, because it would prove a lot of points. But either way, we must stay focused. We must stay vigilant. We must continue to support one another. We must continue to have each other's backs. And I'm hoping that you all see things for what they are, but continue to stay on the path of righteousness, peace, love, positivity, keeping that green mind state. And you'll be all right. GMS fam, the Green Room. It's been a good show, man. It's been a really good show. I'm happy. I feel good. I feel good. So what I need y'all to do is, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit the like button. Hit that like button on the way out. Follow me on my Cash App. I follow everybody back. Hit the comment section of this video as soon as it's over. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start getting on y'all ass in the live chat. I'm gonna be getting on y'all ass, especially my moderators now. I don't want to see y'all niggas in the comment section. Not the live chat right here, but when the live is over, go to the comment section, leave a comment, and I'll see y'all there. All right? Show the GMS show some love, man. Hey, yo. Y'all see that link? I just posted a link to the topic comments, man. Do me a big favor. Tap that link. Tap that link. Go listen to that new song. Leave a comment, leave a like, and then come back. Leave a comment under this video. We'll chop it up in the comment section, man. GMS fam, the Green Room. It's been a dope Wednesday. Like I said, man, I'm a little under the weather. All right, I'm hoping I'm good by Friday, man, because we got 3 G's to take care of. So I'm hoping I'm good, man. Y'all send y'all healing energy my way. I'ma need it. I'm gonna try to hit some of this medicine and get right. Oh yeah. Tap that link. We got new music on the horizon. For those that have not seen, your boy put out a new freestyle on the GMS Beats page. I got another YouTube page. I got 2 other YouTube pages. GMS Beats and the GMS Gaming HQ, where I game. And the Beats channel is where I post my music and my beats. So make sure you tap that link that is pinned to the top right there. You see it? It says the GMS show and it has a YouTube link. Click that motherfucker. Go listen to that song. Leave a like and a comment. Come back to this bitch. Leave a comment. And I'll see y'all in the comment section. GMS fam, the Green Room. We out.